Siguro just from the Global Catholic Climate Movement Pilipinas, isa po itong official chapter ng Global Catholic Climate Movement International. Ang point lang po sa GCCM International is to inspire yung 1.2 Catholics around the world to respond to the call of Pope Francis to care for our common home. At isa po sa mga issue na tinignan natin dyan ay yung sa divestment po. Ang GCCM po nag-amplify sa anuman ang mga initiative around the world para malaman din natin sa ibang lugar. Just to give you an example, since 2016 hanggang 2018, 122 Catholic institutions na po ang nag-divest. Just last year, 2018, 19 po ang nag-divest. An example, Colombian missionaries kami po, nag-divest since 2016 for the next 5 years. Kaya yan po ang isa sa mga panawagan natin na dahil sa problema, dahil sa urgency na mayroon na tayong 12 years, we cannot do business as usual. We're calling the government, we are also calling sa simbahan as an institution. And I am speaking and calling here to all the religious congregations in the Philippines. Mayroon tayong around 85, 86 dioceses siguro. Pero mayroon tayong more than that na mga religious congregations. So imagine if one congregation just have 1 million as an investment, you can imagine the power to pressure the banks to divest from coal investment. And just from the experience of the Colombians in the international level, mahirap if you just invest alone. Sa Colombians, our funds is managed in the United States. Ang experience nila doon, we have to do things together. Kasi you need a specific target of amount para you can create a big pressure against the bank. Kaya the learnings from there is we have to divest together. So yun ang panawagan na if all congregations here present in the Philippines, including the CBCP, that's a big force, pressure to change the business as usual that we are all in. And I think that's the challenge that is left to us here from the taong simbahan, that we also have on our side, like divestment, madaming ang problema ng climate change, madami siyang mga different areas na we have to struggle with. And ang simbahan, we don't only do prayers and liturgies, because there's also a call for us to look at our institutions and what we can do as an institution for today. I think I have to read the statement for today. Statement on ethical investment. Divest from coal, invest in Malinis at Murang Kuryente for Filipinos. We, the institutions representing the Catholic clergy and lay people, express our unity in calling for financial institutions to direct their investment toward clean, affordable, renewable energy and refrain from supporting projects which rely on dirty, destructive, and costly energy projects from fossil fuels. We recognize the role as steward with caring for our common home, a duty that's emphasized by the Scripture and reiterated by our Holy Father Pope Francis in Laudato Si. We therefore call on our national and local banks to consider the environmental and social impact brought about by coal-fired power plants and coal mining, also among the leading causes of climate change, and to begin to move away from giving financial support to such projects. In 2017, the Boom and Bust report found that there had been a major decline in the construction of the new coal plants in the world, with 62% drop. However, in the Philippines, it remains to be isolated from this movement, with 10,423 megawatts of largely imported coal in the pipeline, amounting to $21 billion. Finance play a crucial role in continued dependence on coal in our country as our energy and power sector are heavily privatized. According to financial disclosures listed in the Global Coal Exit, several Filipino banks, through loans and underwritings, given support to many, if not all, of the biggest known coal developers in the country. Among this list are Banco de Oro, Unibank BDO, with 1.3 billion worth of loans, underwritings issued to Aboitiz, Ayala Corporation, and San Miguel Corporation. Bank of the Philippine Islands with 1.2 billion worth of loans, and the same underwritings to Ayala, San Miguel Corporations, and GG Summit Holdings Incorporated, and the China Banking Corporation, the China Bank, with 1.1 billion worth of loans, again issued to Aboitiz, Ayala, and the San Miguel Corporation. We do not take for granted the hardship shouldered by the people, more so by the poor in supporting coal. We also take for granted our country's largely untapped 250,000 megawatts renewable energy potential. This is despite the fact that renewable energy technology like wind and solar is getting cheaper and cheaper and has proven to provide clean, affordable electricity to consumers, communities in areas far from the reach of traditional energy source. We know that the technology based on the use of highly polluting fossil fuels, especially coal, but also oil and to a lesser degree gas, needs to be progressively replaced without delay. As the Holy Father proclaimed in his encyclical, the issue of energy is not only political, it's not merely economical, but it is a moral issue. Thus, we call on large banking institutions to not only consider profitability, but also the ethics of their investment. In this era of civilization, the cry of the earth is one with the cry of the poor, to abandon this path of death and destruction fueled by fossil fuels and deliver on the promise of clean and affordable energy for the people.